Alright, I'm back around base. There's Varstavus. Oi, Varstavus. Do we get the rest of them? Varstavus, no, they left. Even the one frozen in ice. Varstavus is holding the severed head. Oh! Oh, he's holding a severed head, everyone. Varstavus also looks completely exhausted. I see you got the frozen one at least. Have some food, mate. Passes him a warm potato. Varstavus drops the now useless blade into the ground. Right. I'm gonna pass him a warm potato. Oh, no need, he said. Varstavus says, I just need rest. Too many potions take a toll. How many... What? How many potions did he bloody take? I wasn't here for the whole damn battle, but... Let's try the front gate. Mate. Hey, that rhymes. Come on, Ben. Yeah, Varstavus says seems you have to go around. To the front gate. Damn, he is really tired. And I winced as I fell. My wound on my left shoulder still bleeding. And he asks, did you get the other one? And in OC says the Power Gamer. Sadly, no. His comrades came after him. 'Tis fine, mate. I should tell him. He power games so hard. He should have died 5 times before his mates caught up to him. He really should have. He should have died a lot more times before, like... He's like, take any screens. And I'm like, I'm fucking recording, dude. You kidding me? And he's like, oh right, let's play. I suppose I shouldn't just be walking around. I mean, how bad can a dagger stab in the left shoulder be? I'm not too sure. God damn, where's the front door? Yuna opens up her coat, revealing a sheath with a rubber-like coating. I'm not really sure what to make of that. Alright, I'm just going around here. Nienna slides the dagger into it, making a sucking noise and a click. Nienna is an interesting character, to say the least. Varlin says, to the lab. Varstavus, where 'tis you? Come, Varstavus, don't faint on me. And helps her along. I'm literally just helping him along at this point. No problem, mate. I should have probably started helping him along a long time ago. Two injured here. Var is a lot worse than I. And Nienna's like, get in now. Varstavus nods to Nienna, holding a severed head, and she's like, now! Who are you? Why is there a chieftain here? Did we always have a chieftain? The Delvers? Dear God. Nienna says, kill that goblin someone, I'm not in the mood for this. He's like, wub. Still bleeding from the dagger wound. Still bleeding from the dagger wound in his left shoulder. Great, now we angered him. Regent asks who's head, and Nienna's like, kill that goblin someone, I'm not in the mood for this. And Chieftain Melangsmer is like, wub? Flat me? And Nienna yells, roll and get down here. And Vaughn's like, wait. And Chieftain's like, flat me? And I'm like, I'm still bleeding from the dagger wound in my left shoulder. And Chieftain and Malone's is still like, me was Scarlet's face of woman. And Varlin says he is part of the Delvers. And Nienna yelled, he attacked me. And Varlin says, Nienna. And Malone's like, me was Scarlet's face of woman. And Roland looks at the remnants on the table with a disgusted look. Varlin knocks on the door loudly. And Nienna's like, you couldn't reach. I'm not even sure what's happening at this point. Which way did they go? Did they go this way? I think they went that way, actually. Pushes the corpse off the table. Awkwardly walks away from the goblin. I'm just gonna walk away from you. They're in the laboratory? The laboratory is this way. Jesus. Yeah, that's what I thought. Laboratory's locked. Oi. Can anyone help me bandage my wound? I don't have the materials nor the knowledge to do so. I know jack shit about healing, dude. Oh, didn't realize they were healing you. Sorry, mate. Why? Varlin goes to the corner as he watches silently. Oh, I guess the door opened for me. not me. Who's getting... Oh, bloody hell. Okay. Yana produces a needle, thread, and some white shimmering liquid. I'm like... And, Roland's like, is it clean? And Yana pops the cork on the liquid and pours it on the wound. Oh. Yana begins rubbing it into the wound. It stings at first and numbs the wound. Roland winces, but then his expression returns to normal. I'm like, oh, bloody hell. Varsiv is like, I'm fine, really. You know, look it, mate. Roland has 2 stab wounds, the other on his left shoulder. And he's like, I'm fine, really, Varsiv says, and you really don't look it, mate. Varsiv's flesh has completely receded to its blue color. Yana does the same for the second wound. Varsiv is like, I always look blue. Do you regenerate health or something? Okay, Varsiv is an elf. Yeah, he's a dark elf. So, yes, he has blue skin. I'm just like, do you regenerate health or something? I didn't know we had a goblin chieftain or orc chieftain in the Delvers. I didn't even know that was a thing. And now Varsiv is like, no, just need to wait it all. Sleep is what I need in the end. Just need to see this out. Need up to your room, mate. And Nina is claiming that, or she says, no, seriously, Varlin, that goblin tried to attack me. And Varlin's like, This is when the roses were coming for me. And now Varlin's asking, what did he do? And I was like, you need help to your room, mate? And he's like, don't have one. Oh dear. Been sleeping in the dining room? Oh god. That's awful. Yeah, I was like, he tried jumping on my face and biting my leg while I was running. You know, I was like, he has to go. I was like, I see. Well, he tackled me and insulted me to my face. I feel like that's just how they are. I was like, what? Get tackled me from behind, might I add. Okay, let's ignore that conversation for now. There's a... And Varsiv is like, don't dwell on it. I was like... excuse me. And like, there's a nice bathhouse you can rest up in, mate. Now to talk about having a talk with him, and Roland is kind of healed now, I guess. Roland gets up slowly, standing. I'll show you after I see to this wound. Walks up to the table. Right. The bleeding on his left shoulder from the dagger has lessened a little. I emoted that kind of weirdly, I'll admit. Oh dear, what just happened now? Varian sits down to rest for a moment. It's not that bad of a wound, really. Yana looks over Minu's shoulder carefully. She clicks her tongue. I'm like, it's not that bad of a wound, really. Mr. Rose's dagger went in my shoulder. I pulled it out a couple of minutes after. Yana begins tearing open the fabric around the wound. Varsovitz sits down next to the cask of water. Begins to grimace. Grimaces as Yana touches the wound. And she's like, Rose weapons are as dirty and unbathed as their skin is. Oh man! That is super hate right there. Yana picks up her vial of shimmering white liquid. Varsovitz takes out a hunk of bread, chowing down. Yana says, and ripping out daggers tear muscle tissue, same as arrows. So, should I leave it in next time? Like, so should I leave it in next time, or? Yana pours it onto his wound and begins rubbing it in. And she's like, yes, it staunches bleeding too. He yelps a little as she pours the liquid on his wound. I'll keep that in mind next time. Varsovitz is like, think of it as a cork that never should have been. How long do you think until I can use my bow again? Because I have been RPing that, like, I can't use the bow. The whole chase, I really wanted to just pull out my bow and shoot the bastard, but I'm pretty sure he would have dodged it anyways. Fucking power gamer. And Yana's liquid stings mightily at first, but begins to numb the area soon after. Yana says, I'd give it about an elven day at least. Varsovitz's side effects begin to click in. He holds his head in his hands. That long. Damn. And Yana says, how much potion did Vars take? And Fran's like, that goblin is nowhere to be seen. He said that he had too many. And Yana says, oh, well, look again and check the exits and close them again. I'm like, well, Vars said that he had too many. And Varlin's like, check them all. They are all closed. And Yana said, oh, that's fantastic. Vars is like, one stone skin, one healing, and an alchemist fire to the chest. Let's see. Oh, that fucking working. Vars was like, feels like a dwarf is singing in my head. Yana stops working and starts walking over to Varstovitz. How bad is he? I gotta wonder. Niana attempts to take off his mask. Goes over to Varst. Worried. Varst seems like a nice guy. I don't think he deserves to have fucking like alchemist fire. Nina throws it to one side and then grips his face by the pressure points that force open the mouth. Alright then. Right. So she took off his mask and threw it on the floor, then gripped his pressure points on his face, which forced his mouth open. It happens. Damn, it is late. It's like 2:27 a.m. Varlin walks over by Niena as he watches, and Varsivus is like, Eteva duayawa. Niena sticks 2 bloody fingers into his mouth and attempts to make a neat tug on his uvula. Cringes a bit. You couldn't have washed your hands first. And Varsivus makes a gagging noise. Great. Well, this should be good. Niena slips her fingers out as she watches him vomit up excess potion. Varlin grins as he says, builds character. Flinches away from the vomit. And Niena takes her gloves off. Back on the table, I'm not done with you. Yes, ma'am. Walks back to sit on the table. Varsivus looks periwinkle at this point. Jesus Christ. Poor Varsivus. Oh man. Or however you spell it, he said. Now what is Niena gonna do for me? Niena throws her gloves to the side and picks up her needle and thread. Oh god, this is the worst part. Getting sewn up. Oh. Varsivus takes off his singed coat and and picks up his mask. We have a lot of mask wearers around here. So did he vomit? Niena asks in LOC. And Varlin's like, yes. Why would Varlin say yes? It's Varstivus who has to say yes. And he's like, and Varstivus like all over the place. Didn't think it needed an emote. cleaning that shit up. Niena starts stitching his shoulder. Winces as the needle first goes in, but gets used to it after a while. Now we're just joking around about his vomit, which is everywhere. And Varsiv's like, drat, this one was my only Delver coat. Varsivus seems like a good guy. Yeah, I wouldn't. I kind of want a room with him. I don't think I would mind. Then again, I would like my own room. Niena hums as she works, her needle moving quickly and methodically. Varsivus winces and clutches his head. Varsivus says, the dwarf's doing a can in a tutu now. Well, that doesn't sound good at all. Take a bath, mate. The water. This is from the needle. Is very nice. Everyone's like, and I'm like, go take a bath, mate. The water. Once it's from the needle, is very nice. It is. And Varsivus says, side effect of the stone skin, hurts like a barrel of explosives. Well, that's not good. That's not good at all. And Varsivus, he continues, imagine the hangover after about 10 dwarven deadly brews. Oh dear. I barely can stand half of one mug of that stuff. Yay for pretending to know, like, what I'm talking about. I mean, it's it's common knowledge that dwarves are heavy drinkers. So I'm just gonna assume that's like the most potent alcohol. Varsivus says first-hand experience. Oh wow. What a heavy ass drinker. 10 dwarven deadly brews. That sounds awful. Hilarious, but also awful. Niena finishes stitching. She ties her work off with a rather unladylike tug. Winces again at the tug. Huh. Varsivus says, was quite the, he winces again, alcoholic. Me and him are both just like wincing here. Taps his shoulder, done. Next. Thanks, Niena. Hops off the table. Varsivus was like, perfect hangover cure effect is to not stop drinking. Well, that doesn't sound good. Marcivus stands up leaning on his staff. And Ev is like, shall we go deal with the remains of that man? I'm assuming we killed one, like, Rose. Did we perma-kill him? Fallen says, if anyone sees that goblin, send it to me. I haven't seen Farland in a while. Anyways. Righto, then I'm going to bed. Take a nice bath. Unless you want to. Bar? Bar's just like, I'm off to the dining room. Poor guy. I can't believe he's been sleeping in the fucking dining room. I forgot there were multiple Vars. Well, thank you, chaps. If you need me, I'll be resting. I'll be getting cozy in the bathhouse. Can't fucking leave this place because it's locked. I don't have perms for this place. Oh. Yep, silly perms. Tricks are for kids. And here's the bath. Yay. Curtain down. Let's dip into this nice water. Ah, what a nice, refreshing bath after a ridiculously retarded battle. Well, thanks for watching, everyone, and peace out.